look, you've done absolutely nothing wrong. You work your socks off in here. What? No, I'm not getting rid of you. You're going to be staying, but you just got to admit there's some jobs you're just struggling to cope with. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring in a bigger brother. Right folks, the social media teasing is over, and let me introduce you to the rather magnificent Laguna 18BX bandsaw. Now, just to give you a little bit of kind of perspective, I'm about 5'10", so this thing is massive on every single scale. 188 kilos, which I think is about 420 pounds. Brought in on the drawbridge. Yeah, so this stems back to last year where I talked about changing my table saw, and as a result of numerous interactions with yourselves and a lot of soul searching, I've decided a table saw is no longer for me. I think really I'm pushing the boundaries of safety with a one-handed table saw use, with the particularly with the you know, the blade spinning up and towards me, and we can't get saw stop in the UK, and the only saw stop technology available here is the Festool model, and it wasn't really what I was looking for, to be honest. And I went back to that video, and it was mainly for ripping long lengths of hardwood which can then be run through the planer thicknesser. And again, talking with people, I think actually a bandsaw was a better, easier and safer option. So a lot of homework then went on between now and then, which brought me to this machine. Now, this video isn't a review of this machine, it's just a huge thank you to the folk at J&C O'Meara in Burscough near Ormskirk, who I purchased this from. And this is not affiliated, this is not sponsored, this was all bought with my own money, so I am free to say whatever I want in future videos, and there will be multiple videos featuring this in the future. But to be able to get this rather huge beast into here, you know, like thankfully the drawbridge again in action, supported underneath, and a little bit of footage here. The guys took them a couple of hours in total to get it from the front of the house all the way down and then up through the drawbridge and then onto the extra supported plywood floor here, because as I said before, it's massive and it's very, very heavy. The wheelbase on here though is excellent. It really, you know, even myself, I can maneuver it around. I flipped it around this way just to give you that little bit of a nice camera angle. Just listen to this. So it can either be stopped in the traditional way or with the BX models, with a foot brake which brings it to an almost instant stop. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got much time to devote to this week. I've got loads of things on the go, but I will be doing a first impressions video of it either next week or the week after. I haven't even done any cuts on it yet. All I've done is I've got it all wiped down. I got my food safe wood finish on the top here, which also acts as a really nice finish on your worktop surfaces in your workshop. Link in the description if you're interested in them. And just a little bit of an overview of it. But what I would like to do, and this very rarely happens in these first impression type videos that will come out next week, is I'll take questions from you in the comments section here. So if there's anything you want to know about the Laguna range, I've done quite a bit of homework on it. I say this is the big one. This is the 18BX, which is 3 horsepower. I'll have to put up what that is in kilowatts. I can't remember off the top of my head. With 2 100-meter extraction hoses. I had to get a splitter for my dust extractor to go in there. Yeah, so this is the big boy. There's also one below that called the 14BX. Same design, but just obviously on a smaller scale. And then after that, there's one below that called the 1412. So if you've got any questions about them, just fire them in. If you want to know a bit more why I went for this one, obviously fire them in, and I'll deal with that next week. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to get a video out there just to let you know it is here. It has arrived, and I am more than I haven't got the words. I am so over the moon with this that it's in here. It's kind of the final piece in the puzzle, really. It's just the one thing that was missing in here for me, like the table, you know, either a table saw or a large bandsaw like this. So I'm not making any more big ticket purchases in here at all, and I think this is going to be a lifetime investment because I just can't see anything topping this. I did have a good look around, and I'm not going to go into other brands or whatever, but I was a little bit at the top end, and yes, obviously you really are paying top end cash for this in the kind of not in the industrial side of things, just below that kind of small shop type bandsaw. I was a little bit underwhelmed in some of the other ones that I was looking at, particularly with things like, you know, even things down to like the welding and stuff. I was looking at it going, really, for that price? But when I saw these, this was just a different league. All right, and the price points for these are going to be similar to what you would have in other brands in the UK from other big, you know, ticket company sort of thing. But when you look at one of these in relation to some of them, it's just, the difference is huge. Yes, so I say Jay and C. O'Meara are the two guys who brought it in. To absolutely incredible, and the whole customer experience, shall we say, from the sales assistants to the people, and knowledge of the people actually on the floor there, and the people in the offices, they were absolutely incredible. They really went out of the way to accommodate, because I changed my mind a couple of times. I'll deal with that next week. Okay, folks, so thanks for sticking with me on this one. I know people have been asking questions left, right and centre on social media about what is it, what's it going to be. Well, it's here now, and you can see it in the flesh. So next week, if not next week, definitely the week after, will be a little bit more of an in-depth first look at this before we start adapting it into projects and then doing, you know, 3 months, 6 months, 12-month reviews on it. Okay, as ever, folks, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.